Hey kids, today we are going to talk about a new subject called democracy.
Democracy is when people have the power and when their decisions are the ones taken into action either by themselves or by a selected few.
Now we are going to talk about which type of democracy there are. There are generally two types of democracy, direct and representative. In a direct democracy, all people can directly decide what the law should be. In a representative democracy, all the people elect representatives to decide for them what the law should say.
What is meant by democratic rights? There are three democratic rights. Number one is everyone has the right to take part in the government of his country. Number two is everyone has the right to equal access to public service in this country. Number three, the will of the people shall be basis of the authority of the government. These human rights exist and they are recognized, but to some, human right is a remote and unattainable goal. Even international human rights laws are difficult to enforce, and pursuing a complaint can take years and a lot of money. These international people try to provide human rights protection.
How does the Danish democracy work? The politicians of Denmark take place within a parliamentary representative democracy, a constitutional monarchy in which the monarch of Denmark, Queen Margrethe II, is head of state. Denmark is described as a nation state.
Democracy is a concept that started 507 years before Christ. The word comes from demos, which means common people, and kratos, which means strength. The idea was first introduced in the city-state Athens, though only selected few were actually allowed to be a part of this democracy back then.
Fast forward a couple of 100 years and more people get to be heard, but the king was still the top ruler. A few hundred years after that, and the king isn't the top ruler any longer, and women get to be part of the decisions making too. There are still many countries that are behind when it comes to including everyone, but we have came far.
A guide to join the democracy. Participate in democratic process, respect and obey federal, state, and local laws. Respect the rights, beliefs, and opinions of others. Participate in your local community. Pay income and other taxes honestly and on time to federal, state, and local authorities. In that way, you can join the democracy.
Voting is one way to participate in a democracy. Citizens can also contact their officials when they want to support or change a law.